Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be taking a look at a historic list, actually going to be some stream highlights based off of a list that we brewed up. We changed it a little bit as we went, and today we're going to be playing around with a Demonic Offering list. So, there's a long story with this one, actually, when it comes to the stream. We started off doing really badly with it. I think we went like 2 and 3, and the 2 wins didn't even feel all that great. But then we changed a couple of things up, and then we basically never stopped winning to a total of, I think, 13 and 5 in the end, so a 72% win rate. That being said, I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend this list as a craft, because it's virtually all rares, so it will absolutely destroy your wildcards if you don't all own all the cards. So wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but craft at your own risk, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. But it contains 2 combos, and those 2 combos kind of join in together as well. So the first thing, the namesake card, is going to be the Demonic Pact with Harmless Offering. I'm sure many of you have already seen this kind of card from other content creators, because it's one of the new anthology cards. Harmless Offering is a 3-mana sorcery that lets you give your opponent one of your permanents, and then they gain control of that forever, basically. And we've got Demonic Pact from Armenket Remastered, a 4-mana enchantment. It says at the beginning of your upkeep, you choose one that hasn't been chosen, so you can either do a 4-damage Lightning Helix, you can do a discard 2-card Mind Drop, you can draw 2 as a Divination, and then you can lose the game as a... I don't know, hang on, there's a thing here. Just lose the game, any deck I build. Alright, so... What we're going to do is we're going to try and avoid losing the game. However, we're not necessarily going to avoid it in the sense of stopping the trigger from ever happening. We're actually just going to give the Demonic Pact to our opponent, so that on their upkeep, they get only one option, which is going to be you lose the game. And we're going to throw this all into a Grixis control shell of sorts, with another weird combo that maybe you guys aren't familiar with. I'm actually going to play this combo a little bit more, because I'm determined to put it into a good deck. That's going to be Valky, God of Lies, aka Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter, combined with Release to the Wind. So Release to the Wind, you may not remember this card. I've played it a fair bit in like a Maru... What was the name now? Maru Maya, something like that. It's a 4-mana wizard that enters and copies a card. Release to the Wind is part of that combo. It used to do infinite ETB triggers, so it's something that I'm familiar with and has been played on this channel before, but since then it doesn't really see any play. However, it combos very nicely with Valky, because you get to exile a non-land permanent, and as long as that card remains exiled, then you get to cast it without paying its mana cost. What that actually means is, on turn 2 we can play Valky, he does his thing, it's not all that important, and then on turn 3 we can release to the winds Valky. We get to cast him for free, but because he's a double-faced card, we can cast either side, which means on turn 3 we can have ourselves a Tibalt Cosmic Imposter ready to go to start ticking up or ticking down. Either way, generating some card advantage and running away with the game. The Release of the Winds as well can also be used on the Demonic Pact as a bit of a mix of the synergies. So if we don't have a Harmless Offering in our hand, but we want to play the Demonic Pact for many of its uses, because it's a very good card on its own until it kills you, we can actually reset it after the 3rd chapter and then play it all over again. And, you know, drawing 2 cards, discarding our opponent's cards, buying us time to find their Harmless Offering. So that's an option that we could use that for. So it's not just a 2-card combo and useless outside of that combo, which is really nice. I probably wouldn't run this in this list if both cards were completely useless on their own, but Tibalt is castable, Release to the Wind is useful on more than 1 card. So yeah, that's the combo, that's what we're going to be trying to do. The rest of the deck is essentially in a Grixis control shell. So we've got our early 1-mana plays, we've got Thoughtseize to strip our opponent of anything that can be used to interact with our cards, and also get them off to a rough start. Bluffchief Thirst allows us to hit Planeswalkers and early game creatures, so a nice little bit of aggro stifling there. Got Saw It Coming as a control piece. We can stop our opponent from interacting with our combo again. So Harmless Offering, they counter, we counter back, and we win kind of deal. We can also use it to stop our opponent from playing, like, there's a lot of occasions today where we came up against like Doom Foretold lists and Yorions and things like that. So this allows us to counter those and stop our opponent again from interacting with the Demonic Pact, which means they lose the game. 2 copies of Bone Crusher Giant. I've actually started trimming this card more and more as the day went on, and we found that 2 was kind of the sweet spot for this one, so it's a shock, and it also is a 4-3 that can pressure your opponent. 4-3 not so relevant though. And then we've got some sweepers. 1 Anger of the Gods, 3 Sweltering Suns. I prefer Sweltering Suns over the Anger of the Gods because it has the cycling of 3, so if we're not up against a creature deck, this card is completely useless. But because it has cycling, that means we can discard it and redraw it to find our combo to finish off our opponent. And then we got a bit of card draw as well with Behold the Multiverse, giving our opponent a little bit of doubt as to what we foretell, because if we only foretell one type of card, then they'll just expect that card. So Behold the Multiverse allows us to foretell for 2 and then actually cast it for 2 later down the line, scrying 2 and drawing 2. It's pretty sweet. I will say that the mana base of this deck is not ideal. I think I actually probably do want to change it up a little bit. We had a few discussions on stream about that actually. I think going down a couple of Shocklands for a couple of pathways down as well, and then playing the cycle duels like Fetid Pools and the Slough, the cycling, that one, Canyon Slough, that's the one. A couple of them might be ideal, and then you can put some check lands in its place, and then the mana base becomes a lot less painful, because the worst thing you can really do, I guess, with this deck is turn 1 Blood Crypt, shock for 2, Thoughtseize, shock for 2, and then get really nothing good out of it. But yeah, that's essentially the deck anyway, guys. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, I'd really appreciate if you do hit that like button and subscribe, and let's continue on with some stream highlights, shall we? Enjoy. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, we have the combo. We're against Yorion. Fun, fun, fun. Everyone's favourite. I'm going to keep this one. I'm totally not tired of Yorion decks. Just play against them all day, like I normally do, and then we'll have some happy Magic the Gathering time. Taima. Alright. Never mind, it's 4 colour. Alright. This is going to be wild. How do they beat Demonic Pact? They reset it with Yorion, don't they? They reset it with Yorion for the rest of the game. I can smell it. Let's just get that out of our hands. Hey, Monster Kai. How's it going, buddy? Alright, Yorion is in hand. I could cycle Sweltering Suns, it seems kind of bad. I think that's probably the right play. We hold up counter magic. If we don't have to do anything, we cycle Sweltering Suns. Cool. Alright. You've been doing nothing over there for a while, so let's find out what's going on. Well then. Alright, so I guess I take Binding the Old Gods because that can kill Demonic Pact. And then we pass. You can Omen, that's fine. To the bottom. Love to see it. let's pretend that card was really bad. Oof, that card was very good. I think I'm protecting my Demonic Pact here, to be honest. I need to play around Draw's Disruption, so land off the top. Oh, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Now we just want to draw counter spells for the rest of the game. Yo, Pretzel Rock's getting the gifted sub. Thank you very much, Monster Kai. Appreciate it. You'll be doing well today, my friend. Alright, bolts in. For a Hydroid Crisis X4, draws 2. I suppose I want to protect my Demonic Pact, so instead of the bolt on the Hydroid Crisis, let's draw counter magic. Never mind. I mean, we can just do that, so that's not too bad. Can cycle. Let's play you tapped and then pass. Yeah, I think what they're doing is they're just waiting for Demonic Pact to get donated so that they can Yori on it, but it won't work that way, unfortunately for them. So next one's going to ping the Hydroid Crisis. Beautiful. Alright. Kill you. Well, we can reset it and put it back on our side if we really want to. So now we have discard 2 cards, and then after that, we donate and win. I think they're digging for... Well, we lose if that resolves, right? So, no. Bone Crusher seems mostly useless. So, discards 2 cards. Gets rid of the Draw's Disruption probably, and then one of the unknowns. There's an Omen. We donate. Tap land, and you lose the game. Woo! Alright. Is that our first donate? I think that was... We've been playing for nearly an hour and we've only just managed to pull off the actual combo of this deck for a win. More Lurus. This hand is painful and probably not good enough. I need to go down the Shocklands and up some more basics, I think. We'll take that, and we will go down. So we've got a Sweeper, we've got the Valky. Honestly, this might be the Valky time. I just don't want to drop Valky and then find out there's a Release to the Wind on top of my deck. Let's go down the Behold, I guess. Yeah, the rest of the deck doesn't work, but the combo's pretty cool. Alright. Watery Grave tapped. So I'm hoping it's like... Oh. Stitcher Supplier. I was kind of hoping it would be Auras. They also have Valky in their deck. So it's Rakdos Arcanist. Let's go with... Red Source Valky here and see if we can hit a Dreadhorde Arcanist, because then I can Bloodchief's Thirst. Oh. Never mind. How about Valky just becomes a Croxer and we kill something next turn? That's disgusting. Come on, no good top deck. I think we win. We just won, chat. Alright. Oh, what do we even do? So, what we have here is a difficult decision. We can blow up Arcanist to make a copy of Croxer and start swinging in, or I can turn it into a Tybalt. What was that about optimism, Hayward? Because I'm feeling very optimistic right now. This match seems to be going quite nicely. Yeah, I think I'll have a 6/6 that makes you discard a card and lose 3 life. On turn 3. And then all we do at this point, I think, is hold up Release the Wind, because if they ever draw an answer to Croxer, I will just turn it into a Tybalt. Unless they drew it right now. Nope. Good start. Dang it. So they'll take Release the Wind, probably. I might just kill them to Demonic Pact, though, if I draw a land. The ping 4's pretty reasonable. It's hard to say which one you actually want to pick here. I could even Swelter their Sons, getting rid of... Yeah, getting rid of the board and winning like that, but now they're just dead to the attack trigger because of, I guess, Thoughtseize. Forgot about that bit. Actually, no, because Archfiend's Vessel can block and take them to 1. Oh, leave them at 6, sorry. Leave them at 7. Yeah, day's over. I think I think it's been a late one. Weird night, eh? All right. Behold the multiverse. Swing, discard. Let's rid of Thoughtseize. Mill 3, hit 3 lands, please. Nope. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how well this would have gone if we hadn't have just drawn perfectly. Oh, that'll do it. Sweep the board, take the last card. If it's a land, you're dead. It's a Claim the Firstborn. That's a pretty sick top deck. Into the trash. And then, if you play your card, you're dead to my attack trigger. Huh. Fascinating. Oh, Village Rise? Didn't it have a... No. I actually thought they had a Bloodchief's Thirst. Never mind. I thought that game was about to not be in our favour. Alright, we've returned back to what I think was the rank that I started at today, so that's okay. At least we've somewhat improved our odds. Alright, I feel like we've complained about this deck enough that it's finally giving us the dream hands. Look, that is a turn 3 Valky. Turn 3 Tybalt. With Demonic Pact. We are up against Gigantha though, so we might be dead on turn 3. Who knows? There's a lot of decks that can kill us extremely quickly. Still not Midnight Oil, I'm getting the pitchforks. Well, you know what? Fair. Oh, it's Jun's sack. So, I think they run stomps. But other than that, I don't think I really care. Priest and Corv. Oh, you took a horrible hand. Wow. Pretty horrid hand. They were just hoping to top deck here, I guess. Nice. I guess. Alright, so we are going to put you on blue. Release to the wind Valky. Give him back the priest. And then just start Tybalting. Be a long time before we have to care about anything our opponent plays, I think. Boom! Oops. Yeah, maybe. Maybe quite a bit of an oops here. Let's start playing the Jun Sacrifice deck, I think. I wonder if all their... I think all their lands are on colour as well, which is nice. Another priest, sure. Like, now they can keep up with Tybalt's tick-ups until I draw a blocker out of their deck. Yep. I feel like I just need to hold up and, like, saw it coming for Blood Chief's Thirst or whatever. Ooh, Cauldron Familiar. Alright, play their land. Is this a Thoughtseize? Probably not. Yeah, I'll foretell one of these, I guess. Give them back their cat. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Alright, Tybalt gets pinged a little. Still making absolutely no progress. Whereas my hand is over the max hand size right now. Gigantha, okay. So hopefully we can just draw an answer to that. There's the answer to that. Counter spells and Blood Crypt. So I think this is a good Thoughtseize time. So they don't even have the land to play all of this stuff. I think I'm going to take Corvold. Yeah, Corvold seems fine. It's like this redraws, so I might as well... If they draw a land and just go Gigantha, then I'll just Blood Chief's Thirst it, maybe. Seems like a bad idea to play Cauldron Familiar. So I'll just pass and keep drawing 2 cards a turn. Tybalt has nice legs. He's pretty thick. It's nice. Alright. There's a Trail of Crumbs. So they can start sacking... It's only when you sack foods, right? Yeah. So they don't have the mana right now to sack foods to draw lands on other permanents. It's probably about time that we win, really, isn't it?
Let's play a little game.
It's probably about time that we start winning. Demo Pact. This doesn't have any flavor text? That's a shame. Alright, and then let's play Pathway here, so I don't have to bolt myself. Not that it really matters, but... Now I get to hold up and saw it coming. From the Fatale Zone. I get the impression that the game doesn't know that the Tybalt one is actually not in the Fatale Zone, even though they're technically all exile. Because it's actually got the same sparkle, whereas these have got a little bit of a smoky nature to them. But this one that was exiled with Tybalt has the same as the Fatale one. It's probably a bug that they didn't really really consider. It's not as if it's doing any harm though, so it can live here. Another Trail of Crumbs. Shot. This sparkles with me. Down you go, Tybalt. Yeah, discard some cards. I think discarding is fine. Claim and a land. Sure. Tick up. How many cards are we drawing with Tybalt now? Far too many. I think that's probably a good answer. Foretell this. Could play the Gilded Goose. It doesn't really do me any good though. So, I mean, I guess I could tick up enough to ult Tybalt by doing this. Sure, why not? I still get to hold up and double counter anyway. Now I get to block a priest. I really do like the ult art on at least the Tybalt side. I'm not sure I like the Valkyrie side. It's a bit creepy. Tybalt side looks pretty cool though. Claim the Firstborn. Sure. You get your card back. Flavor win. I'm gonna go and do the sack shenanigans. It keeps Tybalt in ult range. I actually kind of want to ult him because it's only actually going to draw 6 cards. A couple more, I guess, with the priest, but still. Alright, you need 3 answers. That isn't one of them. Ooh, they got their own Valkyrie. Opponent's not a fan of Historic Artisan, I think. And keep him away from his ult. His ult's not that good right now anyway, so... I guess technically if I could ult him without him dying, I could exile the Release of the Wind and reset him and tick up again, technically.
Yes, succumb to chaos.
Gonna go for a redraw. They really don't want me having that Gilded Goose. Alright. Question is, do I kill Gigantha with a counterspell? I think I do, because I've got several spare. There we go. Mr. Wright with the Prime. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the resub, actually. Thank you very much. Can we get some squee hype in chat, please, for our returning member? Alright, you will lose this. Dang it! Oh, they went against my plans, stopping me gaining life. Another Demonic Pact and a Mayhem Devil.
I'm not nice.
I'll play Mayhem Devil. Punishes them playing their deck. Leave that tapped. And yeah, pass with double counter up. Actually, oh, we don't have double counter up. We only have a single. That might come back to bite me, actually. Woe Strider's totally fine. Can you foretell exile cards? No, I don't think so. I think it's foretell exiling from your hand. Yeah. Exile from your hand face down. So I'm drawing 11 cards with Tybalt's ult. Not that it really matters, but... I'll draw 2 here. Yeah, I'm just going to make Arena Mobile jealous right now. Watch this, chat. Exile all cards from graveyards. Add 3 red. Also, setting up for the lethal, but... and then I'm going to use the Release to the Winds on Valky. Danielers, thank you very much for the follow. Then I'm going to reset my Valky, ticking up again, and then I will Harmless Offering donate, and they lose on their upkeep. I am slightly BMing, but we've been losing at the very start here, so I feel like I need to I need to make up for all the horrendous losing with some absolutely one-sided winning instead. Is this keepable? This basically says your opponent doesn't have a hand either. That can't be a good thing though, right? I strip their hand while stripping my own, but I have nothing to follow it up with. Yeah, once the tempo matchups went away, everything started being fun. This has got to be a mole. The mana base is just so nice though, I can cast everything. You think keep it? Alright, just know that we're 10 and 5, and if we lose, it's Bam's fault. So this is a practice run. This will be an example of why this hand is bad or extremely good. Yeah, it's Gruul, isn't it? Oh god. This is a bad hand for Gruul. Show me them Spellbreak... Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. Hang about. What are you doing? Take your mana dark. Alright, maybe it's a good matchup. So now they just do Mind Stone. Yeah, and that sets up for Golos. I thought seize away the Golos. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's no way they can do the Ugin. Nice, thank you. You think that's nice? You should see my follow-up play. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could just Blood Chief's Thirst. Tap land. I think that's probably worthwhile. I don't know if it's worth... I guess it's worth Thought Seizing, just putting them on top decks. Oh, baby. Alright, now it's definitely worth doing. Punish the sequencing error. They can play Khan. Now they can't. Alright. It's big Gruul. Yeah, you ready? Solemn, grabs, mountain. Oh, misclick. Demo. Remember, if you win, it's also your fault. Got it. Do I may then discard the Ugin? What are they at right now? 4, 5, 6. Nah, I just ping one of the Llanowar Elves, I think. Foretell that so I can cast it. Because I don't really want to see Nisu Shakes the World. That would probably be too much. Oh! Alright, it's like this, is it? Let me draw to deal with the board at hand. Release to the wind, eh? Squeegasm emote when it should have been right then and there, really, shouldn't it? Alright. Let's take them off of Nissa top deck. Tap land, Sego. There's nothing they can play here, because I just released to the wind it. If it ever becomes really bad, yeah. You discard Ugin. And a gift for ye. Have fun. Oh, baby. Saw it coming. He doesn't miss. He's so good. We actually might rank up. Alright, one more game. I know I said, like, nearly an hour ago that we were going to end the stream, but then we started winning. So, you know, it's the gambling problem. You're welcome. It's your fault, Bam. It's your fault that I had to call that a practice game, so it doesn't count. Tired of that deck because I've seen it way too much, but I gotta say I love its synergy. Yeah, I'm torn on it because it really, like, it seems to draw everything perfectly. Like, claim the firstborn your creatures and then village rights them is always a thing that constantly happens, but watching it go off with, like, Young Pyromancer and stuff it does make you want to play it. It's probably one of the few, like, tier 1 decks that I actually really enjoy looking at. Alright, Moles to 6. Please don't be Simic. Oh, I'm gonna have to find out. Well, it's Simic, but it's bad Simic. Alright, at least it's not Flash, chap. Soggy Muffin. What a name. Let's foretell that. Pass a turn. We're not going to be able to counter the Cultivate anyway, and I don't know if we'd necessarily want to either. But now we're set up for counter tap land, so that's nice. I feel like they might be the type of deck that will really struggle with the Demonic Pact. Ooh. Is it worth it? Take the Cavalier that they could play next turn. It's absolutely worth it. Alright, opponents on top decks. Cool. If they whiff on a land, they've basically lost. Here's an Explorer. It's a redraw. Well, I don't hate Simic in general, I hate Simic Tempo, which is the only thing we've come across today that is green and blue. Other than that, though, it's pretty sweet. Let's foretell, get in for 2. Gotta imagine anything they play here is gonna be an easy counter. Bant is very good. Mostly, admittedly, because I like flicker decks, and that's what ends up being the case most of the time. That's an X5. So if I just make Valkyrie a Cavalier, then the actual creature side's not that bad. Sure, maybe that's fine, and I'll just draw some cards instead. I can always draw a Blood Chief's Thirst as well. I'll take Thoughtseize. Take the best card they just drew. Oh. Combo? Valky becomes Tibalt. Tibalt eats Hydroid Krasis. Thoughtseize your best card? No, we'll counter their favourite card. That seems alright. Alright, these are the games that we all love. Look at the art on Tybalt, he looks pretty sweet. Ha! Nope. Alright. Draw 2. You've got a Coma in your deck. Wow. Thoughtseize first, actually. Take Cavalier. Yeah, slap down the Demonic Pact, and then we just slowly control the board while we wait for Demonic Pact to do all of its good stuff, and then send it over. Yay!